everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today I am just going to do a little bit of story time with my trip to Kitchener and dinner with my parents. I love dinner with my parents. All of this, if anybody in my family is watching, is coming from a place of love. Because you know, if you're like me, the people you love you make fun of constantly, sometimes. Anyways, we went to a bougie Indian restaurant in Kitchener, not known for its Indian food, and I find bougie Indian restaurants very unusual. It's like, who are you fooling? I much prefer grabbing a plate, walking past the weird ice cream bar where there's like a scoop in a bucket of water and taking it from there. So I don't understand when there's like elaborate, you know, hardbound menus and stuff like that. Same dishes, how fancy is it going to be? So we had a little bit of an argument for a couple minutes about ordering. Like, I had to remind them, like, order individual dishes and we'll share. It was a whole thing. And then my mom, and sidebar, the whole staff is Indian. My mom was really insistent on that we get naan, telling the Indian waiter as if this is something that may not happen at an Indian restaurant. But she kept calling it Nana or Nana. And that was awesome. And maybe 2 minutes later, he brought up Papadums. That was what they would bring out regardless of any Nana conversations. And of course, that started up the whole non-confusion again. So yeah, that happened. And okay, if I'm going to do a little bit of character development with my parents, you know, they're lovely people in their... They're a little bit older, seniors. They qualify for Seniors Day at Shoppers Drug Mart. And they like to listen to radio shows, old-timey stuff from the 50s, like Johnny Polaire and Gunsmoke and like all these kind of mystery shows. So when I'm in Kitchener, like sitting in my room or walking past their bedroom, I can hear sound bites like, you know, detective, but I haven't seen Martha for a year. Dun, dun, dun. Like lots of fun sound effects, like an Italian accent, badly done. I'm Rococo, the greatest tightware artist in the world. Like, just really super fun stuff. I love it. So that maybe fleshes them out a little bit for you, I hope. So we got our Papadums. The non-confusion is sorted out. And we talk about our typical things. We go and my parents give me job hunting advice unsolicited as usual, which is always super comfortable. And my dad and I recap Seinfeld. We tend to do that a lot, like quote from Seinfeld and like overanalyze Seinfeld episodes and stuff like that. My mom included a Bible story that she heard in the gospel at church that morning about Martha in the kitchen doing dishes while Jesus is in the living room entertaining Mary, which the moral of that story is to focus on the present and focus on the path that you have in front of you and don't be... Basically, sorry, I won't take too long with this. Basically, Martha's in the kitchen and she wants help with dishes. And she's like, Jesus, like, what's the deal? Come on, can you guys get in on this and help me out? And Jesus is like, Mary's entertaining me right now. That's what I'm doing. You're doing dishes. And even though this may sound really domestic, what they're saying is you have certain tasks throughout your life. You have certain things that you're focusing. It's better to focus on that than be looking around and thinking that things should be the way that you think they should be. Oh my gosh, this is not coming out right, and I'm probably making it worse. I'm going to move on from that. I can't believe I'm talking about Bible stories. Anyways, so that was happening. Fine, I'm just going to kill this. I'm going to just totally beat a dead horse. Basically, Jesus is saying, don't get distracted. Focus on what you're doing. That's going to move you ahead, basically, is how I understand it. I get it. I don't know. I don't think there's any Bible people watching this. Okay, probably wondering when I'm going to start talking about this Bible story. How long can I make this really awkward? Maybe I should just keep going. Maybe I should start a YouTube channel about Bible stories. Maybe. Let me know in the comments below if you think that's something I should do. Okay, so the waiter comes over, and for some reason, we get ovations. The chocolate at the end of the meal. Another Kitchener Indian restaurant thing. I don't know how that fits in. Anyways, Brings the ovations, and my dad's like, oh, you're giving us a standing ovation. And it went completely over the guy's head, and he just, like, awkwardly paused, and he's like, oh, I'm sorry about the service. Like, a lot of people called in sick today. And then my dad takes that as a cue to point to me and say, she's looking for a guy who can make her laugh. And the waiter's like, oh, you're single? Because you're really pretty. And I want to die right at this point. It's just brutal. And my dad makes it better with saying to the guy, seek, like as in seek, the religious belief system, seek and you shall find, to the Indian waiter. So that was my dinner story. I hope you enjoyed it. And I'm just here encouraging you to read your Bible stories and seek and you shall find. Just saying. Have a great day.